Welcome to Moonshot Radio with your host, Dr. Nivea Torres.
Greetings and welcome to Moonshot Radio, where every moment is an opportunity to learn. I'm your host, Nivea Torres, Executive Director of the Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative, also known as KRC. Our vision is that all children in Indian River County will be ready for kindergarten. We proudly partner with the Moonshot Moment, who is transforming the next generation in Indian River County by having 90% of all students reading on grade level by the third grade. With me today here in the studio is Judy Miller, CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters, St. Lucie, Indian River, and Okeechobee counties. Judy, welcome.
That's a mouthful, isn't it, Nivea?
It is. I wanted to make sure that I got it right, Judy. Judy, thank you for joining me today.
Well, thank you so much for asking me to be here.
Judy, could you talk a little bit about your role as CEO, and because you oversee 3 counties, what does that entail?
Well, I've been blessed to be CEO for Big Brothers Big Sisters for 27 years now, and actually I'm retiring in December of this year. We have a wonderful new CEO that's coming on board shortly, and our role as CEO is really involving a lot of community outreach, both in terms of partnerships and funding for a program that's so essential in this area, and awareness, building awareness of the needs that are out there with children in Indian River, St. Lucie, and Okeechobee counties, and how we can fill those needs best.
Judy, and what is Big Brothers Big Sisters? What is the vision of the organization?
So, Big Brothers Big Sisters is a one-to-one mentoring organization, and we have a rich history in reaching out to children who are facing difficult times. Kids, it might be as a result of divorce or a death in the family, or parents who are incarcerated, but that one-to-one mentor can provide the support through building a relationship, a connection and a bond with a child that makes all the difference in the world. It's something that empowers a child. And in fact, literally defends and nurtures their potential. So, our goal is to see that all children succeed, that they become happy, successful adults. And with that outcome in mind, our vehicle is one-to-one mentoring. I can't tell you, I mentioned that I've been a CEO for Big Brothers Big Sisters for 27 years, and I can't tell you the number of kids I've been blessed to see come back and say that their whole lives were transformed by a mentor, by Big Brothers Big Sisters, the difference that it made. And these are kids that were struggling early on, but are now in the military. They're doctors, they're lawyers, they're social workers. And that's just amazing to see. It's such a gift.
Judy, how do the kids come to Big Brothers Big Sisters? How do they hear about the program? Do they need to apply? What is that process?
Well, so it depends on the program that we're talking about. Through our community-based program, which is the traditional program that you think about when you think Big Brothers Big Sisters, generally parents will call us, and that's a lot of times by word of mouth, but schools will recommend that a parent come to us. Sometimes the courts recommend it. Sometimes other social service agencies. We've even had neighbors and relatives call us. But a parent fills out an application and they come in and they talk with us. So we get to know a little bit about their situation and what their hopes and dreams are for their children so that we can best match them with the right volunteer.
And how do the volunteers get involved? How do they become a mentor at Big Brothers Big Sisters?
Well, I'm not going to lie, it's a process. It starts with recruitment, and we're always out there in the community, from civic organizations to churches to businesses, recruiting new volunteers to come to be mentors for Big Brothers Big Sisters. And from the recruitment stage, when a mentor or potential mentor decides that they would like to volunteer, they make an appointment at Big Brothers Big Sisters. And, given today's times, there's pretty extensive background screening. There's an interview, again, just like with the parents, so that we can get to know the volunteer, know their strengths, know their interests, so that we're in the position to match that volunteer with the best child for them, where you can match the strengths with the needs. And, so that's the process there. Going back to other programs that we have, the referral process is a little different. While the background screening is the same, the referral process is a little different in our school-based mentoring programs, because there, the referral typically comes from the teacher. The teacher sees that a child is a struggling reader and refers directly to us.
So in terms of the mentorship programs, you have the school-based mentorship program, and you also have, as you indicated, there's sort of a community mentorship program where it might be someone who refers the youngster to you, correct?
So there are basically three programs. There's our community-based program, our school-based program, and our site-based program. The community-based program, as we said, is the traditional program. We've placed a lot of emphasis on the school and site-based programs. Given Moonshot and the influence they've had in this community on kindergarten through third grade reading, we started here in Indian River County in 2003 with our school-based reading mentor program to really focus on those children who were struggling readers in the early grades, who needed both social and emotional support at the same time. They needed that extra one-on-one attention with reading. And, so that's one of our programs. And it is actually fueled by volunteers and by folks we call BBBS Reads members. They were formerly known as AmeriCorps members, and they are paid a small stipend, but they work 25 hours a week, which is really like volunteering for that small stipend.
Yes,
and they work with at least 12 children, one-on-one still, and do the same kind of reading mentoring that our volunteers do. So it really leverages the kind of numbers of children we're able to serve. Our third program, our site-based program, is our voluntary pre-K program. And that's an interesting thing. We were operating in schools, and right now we're in 9 of the elementary schools. And Moonshot came along, and our members and our mentors were saying, gosh, kids are coming in on such an uneven playing field to kindergarten, especially the kids who are living in poverty. And, it would be so wonderful if we could reach down below what we were starting as at kindergarten into the VPK classes, the voluntary pre-K classes. So we decided that was really worth a try, and with the help of Indian River Community Foundation, we started to pilot a program at that really young age level, and it's grown and blossomed. This last year, we served 145 kids in that program. Overall, with all of our programs here in Indian River County, last year, 575 kids, to be exact.
So, Judy, you see now that transition at Big Brothers and Big Sisters, recognizing the importance of literacy and also recognizing the importance that literacy starts very early on. You're focusing on VPK students. And so you have a strong connection with Moonshot Moment and that vision and those goals, correct?
Absolutely. And my passion comes from a personal story, quite honestly. I didn't read till I was in 8th grade, and
Wow.
I have dyslexia, and it's not something you ever get rid of, really. You learn to cope with it. But I really struggled as a young child, and I remember still to this day what it felt like. So when I had the chance to combine the best of mentoring with Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and help and support for reading struggling readers, I thought, oh, how wonderful. Well, then Moonshot came along, and they did an incredible job of coalescing resources around a single goal in this community, which is just to me the most important goal in the world, and that is reading proficiency by grade 3, starting 0 to 5 with early readiness, and then moving on to that 3rd grade reading proficiency. And, so when I heard about Moonshot endeavors, I knew that Big Brothers Big Sisters wanted to become a serious partner in their efforts.
Judy, thank you for sharing that personal story. I think I know it will help cement in people's minds the need and the importance of Moonshot Moment and why a lot of people here in Indian River County are doing what they're doing.
Well, and the hope, too, because, I not necessarily the typical story that comes out of a child who can't read till 8th grade.
Exactly.
The statistics say only 1 in 7 are going to be successful. And today, I'm a CEO. I was a 24-year school board member. I have a doctoral degree. And, it gives hope to people out there who have kids who are struggling. That, struggling doesn't mean you can't.
Of course. And Judy, you've given a lot of people hope. We're going to take a quick break to hear from our sponsors, and we will be right back. At the Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative, our vision is for every parent, regardless of income or zip code, to have the knowledge and tools they need to raise healthy children that are prepared for kindergarten. Our mission is to support our partners in developing a high-quality early childhood system that is family-centered. Our outreach and parent engagement specialists connect with families and build trusted relationships. KRC has chosen Fellsmere and Gifford as our 2 focus areas in Indian River County. Our Fellsmere office is located downtown in the City Annex, and our new Gifford office is located within Victory Park Apartments. Our administrative offices are now located adjacent to Healthy Start and Treasure Coast Community Health in Vero Beach. The Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative, developing a high-quality early childhood system for all children in Indian River County.
For more than 160 years, PNC has been committed to providing their clients with great service and powerful financial expertise to help them meet their financial goals. The PNC Foundation, which receives its principal funding from the PNC Financial Services Group, actively supports organizations that provide services for the benefit of communities in which it has significant presence. The foundation focuses its philanthropic mission on early childhood education and community and economic development, which includes arts and culture. Through Grow Up Great, its signature cause that began in 2004, PNC has created a bilingual $350 million multi-year initiative to help prepare children from birth to age 5 for success in school and life. For more information, go to pncgrowupgreat.com.
Food is an art at the Pomodoro Grill. La Cucina is a find of deliciously treasured recipes, rarely written down, but instead passed down from one generation to the next. Delicious seafood, chicken, veal, and pasta dishes. All entrees come with fresh-baked, house-made garlic knots and crisp green mixed salad. Brick oven pizza, too. Also, Pomodoro Grill serves the traditional plates like meat lasagna, parmigiana, and more. Pomodoro Grill, VeroBeach.com on Cardinal Drive.
Grow your brand. Impact youth. The Graphic Design Impact Center provides professional design, marketing, and print services. Your projects provide at-risk teens the opportunity to identify and solve communication problems. Teens and our designers offer you innovative, creative solutions while providing teens with mentoring and skill set training. Bring your projects to GDIC and our teens. Job proceeds support teens and their future. Grow your brand and impact youth. Visit our studio by calling today at 772-205-9068.
Looking for a change? How about Renaissance? Visit Renaissance Senior Living and see what La Vida Bella means in Vero. Convenient to downtown and Miracle Mile at 2100 10th Avenue, US 1. Offering 36 apartments for assisted living residents to live the good life close to everything in Vero. We have 24 apartments for memory care residents, a secure and safe space for those living with dementia and Alzheimer's issues. Stay connected to your loved ones' lives and find new friends to share your life with. RenaissanceVeroBeach.com to find out more.
We're back to Moonshot Radio, where every moment is an opportunity to learn. I'm your host, Nivea Torres, Executive Director of KRC. With me today here in the studio is Judy Miller, CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters of St. Lucie, Indian River, and Okeechobee counties. It's a big title, Judy, but I got it right.
It certainly is.
I got it right. Judy, you were talking right before the break about your mentoring programs and the focus on literacy. Let's talk on the focus on social emotional needs, and why is this important for these children?
It's the basis of everything we do as mentors, Nivea. It's wonderful to have a reading mentor program, and it's wonderful to have the kinds of stretch goals that we've got here in Indian River County for reading proficiency for 90% of our kids. But that doesn't happen without the social emotional support. Kids are coming to us with problems I don't think I could have even imagined growing up, with the kind of toxic stress that they're living through. And they just truly need that other adult in their lives that can build that bond, build that relationship. There are a lot of times where kids have failed so much in their own eyes that they're no longer willing to try. And if a mentor comes in and builds that bond, then while they may not be willing to try for themselves, they're not going to let that mentor down. So they start trying for that mentor, and pretty soon they're trying for themselves. I have this beautiful story about a young girl that she came to us from New Jersey this year, and she had been living with her dad. Her mom was incarcerated for drug abuse, and her dad then ended up being jailed, and she didn't have any other relatives in New Jersey that could take her, so she was transferred down to her great-grandmother here in this area. And, first of all, you think about the fact that she lost her mother, her father, all of her friends from home, and then was sent to a great-grandmother that she knew and loved. But, what a difference that whole thing was. Well, she started school, and we were able to get her a mentor pretty quickly, thankfully. She was not connecting with anything at all. And that mentor was able, within a couple of months' time, to really develop that bond with that little girl, to the point where she'd come to the door and there'd just be a huge smile on that little girl's face. And things started really progressing. And that mentor is committed to working with her again this year. And, she was way far behind, so she didn't catch up to grade level. But I bet you anything, by the end of this year, with the emotional support that mentor is bringing, she's going to be on grade level by the end of this year. That's why social emotional work and help is so important.
Judy, we talk about measuring success and impact, and what a way to really acknowledge success and impact. Are there other ways in which your organization
absolutely.
does that?
Absolutely. I could tell you a million stories. That's the soft data. But we're very intent on best practices and gathering hard data, which we do at the 4-year-old level, the VPK level, through the Florida VPK assessment, which is not the best tool in the world, but it's the one we have to use at this point. And we certainly utilize iReady at the K through 3 level and report cards. And we use iReady to look at literacy skills. We use the report card to look at reading grades, attendance, conduct, promotion rates. So we track all of those things. And, I brought along the statistics because I thought that they were phenomenal. With the 145 kids in VPK last year, they started out 78% below level expectation in print knowledge, 65% below in phonological awareness, 48% below in oral language and vocabulary, and by the end of the year, 91% were meeting or exceeding expectations. That is with a one-to-one mentor that is working with them 3 times a week, 20 minutes at a time, and family engagement activities that Chris Ryle does with them on a monthly basis, be it a family outing or being a family literacy night. It makes a tremendous difference. With our K through 3, 92% of the kids we served were promoted out of the 312. 94% increased in iReady, and 89% increased in one or more areas of grades, conduct, attendance, and social emotional behavior. So those are fantastic statistics.
Certainly great strides, Judy, and growth that you see in your organization through the work that you're doing and through the work that the mentors are doing. Judy, if someone wants to become a mentor or wants additional information about Big Brothers, Big Sisters, or any of the programs that we talked about today, how can they access that information?
So we'd love it if you would call our Indian River office at 770-6000. You can also go on to our Facebook page or our website and sign on directly on our website at www.bbbsbigs.org.
Wonderful. Judy, thank you so much for joining me today. And I just want to take a moment to thank you. I know you're getting ready to retire.
Oh, yes.
But on behalf of all of the children, I'm sure that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of children that you have impacted during your career and the families that you have served. Thank you so much for your service and the difference that you've made in their lives. Thank you, Judy.
What you do.
Thank you. And until next time, this has been Moonshot Radio, where every moment is an opportunity to learn.